True catalyst for Chris Tyson's feminization instead seemed to have come from his marriage. In January 2022, Chris would post a photo with his wife to his Instagram, yet after this, the family photo stopped altogether. Fans also noticed that he'd removed his wedding ring, with the ring's absence correlating perfectly with the very first post in which he'd painted his nails. Chris confirmed the split in a post from March 2023 reading, "For a little over a year now, me and Katie have been separated," with this also confirming that Chris's transformation began as soon as his marriage came to an end. Chris went from lighting campfires and raising a family with his beautiful wife to now trying to be a wife with his man buns and long nails.
Wait a minute. Wait a minute.
Jay Aubrey says, "This is one of the most dogshit videos I've ever seen. Sunny's conclusion practically blames Chris for not taking the Mr. Beast brand into account before transitioning, laughing my ass off. Imagine showing such little regard for the welfare of a human being." Misty Cat responds by saying, "This isn't the first time I've seen negative trans comments from that creator." Harley from Epic Mealtime says, "I saw the thumbnail on Twitter. I didn't think this was a real video." Facepalm emoji. Mudahar says, "I watched this whole video all the way through, and it's tough. I thought being an adult meant you could do whatever you wanted without it hurting anyone else. I'm sure Chris discussed all of this with the closest people in their life. In the end, they're just living their life." Vosh responds by saying, "It's crazy. They'll pretend to support personal choice and free expression, but it's just really obvious they don't want anyone to be trans, and they'll throw out whatever bullshit they can to keep them socially stigmatized." Braden says, "I'm a day one hater of SunnyV 2, and proud of it. When the random e-celeb you dislike for just being dumb and annoying and unfunny finally is outed for a legitimate reason to dislike them."
Yo, what's up, everybody? Welcome back to my channel, and thank you for joining me. So, let's talk about this whole SunnyV video about Mr. Beast and Chris and stuff. Hey, that's an interesting video. Okay, now there's a lot of controversy online going on about it. You get what I'm saying? Cause I guess it's they consider it like transphobic or something like that, or something. You get what I'm saying? Now, in all honesty, when I first looked at the video, I was like, I don't really care about it because how could this person like mess up this man's channel and stuff like that? I didn't believe it. I didn't believe that. You get me? So then I watched the video, and at the same time, I still don't believe that that he will mess up the brand. I just feel like the morals were wrong in the situation. So here, this is in a nutshell. You have a man have kids with a woman, you get me? And then that man decides that none of that was him. He has to be something else. He got to dress a certain way and look a certain way now, like a girl now. That's interesting. Is that not interesting? You get me? It's like, so I guess if this is your true self, your authentic self, so that other person was the pretender. You get me? So it's like now the channel has somebody we don't know now.
Sure, nice shoes. For the most part, the live stream was devoid of awkward moments. However, it would act as fodder for another 100 million views worth of drama and criticism. Chris likely believes that people will slowly adapt to his new appearance over time, but is this really going to happen? Well, maybe. It's difficult to say as the situation is fairly unique, especially when considering Chris's reputation and influence. However, if Chris continues to transition, would it be unreasonable to say that he could jeopardize some of the personality traits which made him a successful member in the first place? Perhaps the opposite will happen, and he'll instead pick up new personality traits that better resonate with the current Mr. Beast audience.
Does that make sense? It's like, who are you? Who are you? Okay, you're not the person that I know. You get me? You look different. You're not the same person. I have to accommodate myself to this. And when it comes to the trans movement type shit, y'all, man, come on now. This is ridiculous. You get me? It's like all these people claim to not feel comfortable in their body, yet the only thing they change is their clothes and their makeup and stuff like that. It's like, I don't get it. It's like, you didn't do anything. All you did was just start dressing like a girl.
Chris likely believes that people will slowly adapt to his new appearance over time, but is this really going to happen? Well, maybe.
But then it's like, what would you have done without none of these accessories? It's like a lot of people are very spoiled in the mind. It's like all your ideas of what you think you are only evolve with the technology that we have available. Oh, you're a girl. Could you have said any of this in a different time period? That's the question. You get me? Are you only saying this because it's somewhat allowed type shit? You went from being a man to fucking, now you're a girl. You want to be a girl now. But what the fuck is a girl? What the fuck is a woman? If it's just accessories and clothes and stuff, then say that. But you're not that. You're not that. You didn't change your body. You're still in the same body, but you just added some accessories. You get me? That's the thing. You get me? Now, the video, what his audience will do, you can't really assess that, Mr. SunnyV. That's the thing. You get me? You go into a realm that you can't really figure out yet. You're trying to guess the future. Is going to be a downfall for his channel, or is it, or something like that? You get me? We don't know. You get me? For you to insinuate that is somewhat phobic. If you say on that issue, you're insinuating that just because of this situation, the audience or something.
Although, as we have seen, a situation like Chris's does have the potential to create an otherworldly amount of discussion, which could be seen as a benefit for the Mr. Beast brand.
Drama is good for growth, 100%. That would be an easy way to up my business if I got it.
The problem is, this type of situation is probably the last thing that Mr. Beast wants to attract, as he's forced to agree with Chris's position, as he has no way of manipulating the situation without being painted as the bad guy. It's a lose-lose situation for Mr. Beast. I think Jimmy is in an inescapable situation. If he kicks out Chris, cancelled. If he don't, his channel will die for real.
But I do understand what he mean when he says, you know, this is influential to audience, and if they applaud this, then you're basically encouraging it. I don't know. You get what I'm saying? Me personally, I think it's weird that a person can switch up a whole assortment of things, and now you're comfortable making everybody else uncomfortable. You started one thing one way, and you want to finish it another way. You ruin your marriage or whatever because of what? You like dick now? Okay, bye.
Emily says, this video is quite exemplary of the dogshit way trans people are treated by society, especially on SunnyV2's part. 2Mad says, SunnyV2 can shut the